Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Timonium Racetrack here on Monday. It is the 5th of September 2022. It's closing day from Timonium, and I'm going to look at the 7th race. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And I mean it around the world. Good racing this week tomorrow from Colonial Downs with the Virginia Derby, so join me for that. Also, you have the St. Ledger this weekend coming up, the Kentucky Downs. Pimlico also opens for the first time in September. If you take out the pandemic year where they were open in September, it's going to be the first Pimlico September meeting since 2004. They used to always run this time of year, but it's going to be quite cool seeing that racing there. I always like their turf course. But let's look at the 7th from Timonium on the Bull Ring, which is allowance optional claimer. Purse $56,000, races for 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won 3 races here other than main claiming starter, waiver claiming race, or stateside race. Optional claim price $50,000. We have a good competitive group of 5 horses going to the main track. The distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or a mile and 1/16 on the Colonial main track. Timonium main track, 1,700 meters, a mile 1/16. My top selection here, I'm going to go take the number 2 horse, Ain't the Beer Cold. I'm going to go 2-5-4-3 in the superfecta. 2-5-4-3 super. Top selection of 2 horse, Ain't the Beer Cold. This 4-year-old gelding by Freedom Child. Kenneth Cox trains this one. Gets Cruz up in the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came 29th of July at Laurel. Mile 16th on the maiden, optional 40 claimer, and the horse won by 1 3/4 lengths that day, and he had a dream trip. He stalked all the way around the race course. He had a good inside posture. When he got the job done in the lane, it was over. A very good run. Coming here from a tracking position on a front-running style track, I think he could get around the tight turns, and I think he could win here today. 2 back the 12th of June at Laurel, mile on the 8th and optional 35. He finished second by 2 3/4 lengths. He was just very wide that day, which probably cost him. He was a little bit flat in the lane. If he saved some ground, maybe he could have made it interesting, but when you're too wide around 2 turns going a mile and 8th, it takes a lot out of you, especially with that long stretch at Laurel. And then Pimlico, 21st of May, mile 16th and optional 35. He finished 7th by 11 3/4 lengths that day, and never was really comfortable that day. He never quickened up. He was on the inside. He just never really showed up. And then the native dancer prior to that at Laurel over the mile and 8th, he finished 6th by 19 3/4 lengths there, and he's facing very tough competition, and he just completely hit the wall. When he's not facing the best of the best, he does well, like he did on the 13th of February at Laurel, going a mile 16th in a restricted state bred allowance race for 51,000, winning by 8 on the front and all throughout. Even after not the best beginnings, he really took off clear. He has some front running style, which I like here. I'm going to use him along with the 5 horse Bust Off. He's coming in from Colonial, where he finished 7th going a mile 16th and on August 8th and optional 75. Off the bench, he really needed the race. Come back here, has some front running style if he wants to use it. The buyers, I think, are up to scratch if you take out that last one. At 7-2, I'll use him in the late pick 4 to possibly open it up. But to recount my selection for the 7 from Timonium, let's take the 2 horse Ain't the Beer Cold. Give kudos to the 5 horse Bust Off. 2-5-4-3 super. 2-5 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.